Nu de goeie doen. Hi Mr. Diesel, I'm Arjan from the Netherlands. You don't know me. I know you, I've seen some of your movies, and the reason I put this clip on YouTube is that I've heard that you're going to make a movie on Hannibal. I'm a great fan of Hannibal. I've got the Livy version, I have the Cortrell version, I have the Harold Lamb version. Especially this one, if you haven't read it yourself, it's advisable. Okay. The reason for this clip is that 2 years ago there was a movie on Alexander the Great. I looked forward to it, and then you watch it and it's about his love affair with one of his companions. There is no battle at Gargamela. Yeah, there was the battle at Gargamela, but no Isis, no siege of Tyre. And I thought I know a lot on Hannibal, so I'm going to tell you some details, and I hope you maybe you can put them in your movie. The Trebia. Remember, at the Battle of the Trebia, the Romans were marching through a cold and icy river. On the other side were the Carthaginians. They had breakfast, they put special cream on them to keep warm. Plus, of course, the ambush, the hidden cavalry element on the hills that's smashing into the Roman lines. The battle at Trasimene, the same thing. You know, the battle was more or less an ambush. A very nice detail is that at the time of the ambush there was a fog hanging over the water. This fog was also hanging on the path. The Romans were watching. It's very nice to show the audience what happened, you know. Why did they lose? I mean, people can say Hannibal was brilliant. On the other side, the Roman generals he was facing were quite incompetent. Battle at Cannae, bird view. A huge army fighting a small army. With bird view you can show in phases what's happening. The Romans, the Carthaginians withdraw, but slowly they encircle. If you can show this film technically, it will give the movie extra depth, because people see what's happening in a battle. What does it involve? How is it possible of a small army against such a big army? In movies nowadays, even with the techniques we have now, it's still one army here, one army here. They run at each other. But there's more to it, you know, and especially for Hannibal, it's quite important, I think, to show how he did it. The Battle of Zama, the same thing. Elephants charging to the Romans chasing them back. It's very nice detail. Another thing, Hannibal was working with Numidians, yeah, black Africans. Snoop Dogg, Ice-T, Jay-Z, phone them up. I'm gonna make an historic movie, and you can play an historic part. In this movie you're not going to play a gangster. In this movie you're not going to play a rapper. No, you're going to play an historic person. Which has got nothing to do with today's society, but the society then. And I think they probably would go for it. And you would have some great actors also. On Hannibal there's more. If you have more questions, or yeah, if you'd like to know more or more ideas, this is my channel, this is my tube, you can always contact me. And yeah, I do this for this guy, because he needs a good picture. He deserves a good movie. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to wait for another 40 years. And whatever people say, you can do it. If people say you can't do it because you're Vin Diesel and you make movies about fast cars, you tell them no way, you're gonna show them. And if you're lucky, Oscar. But the story has to be good, a good story. Maybe you work from one storyline, you explain the story from Hannibal, but remember, Scipio, his adversary, later, was already involved in the Punic Wars quite soon. He was already there at the Trebia. Maybe two storylines coming together. It is just an idea. And there's loads more on the story of Hannibal. I'm glad you're going to do it. I'm glad there's going to be a movie. And I hope with this information maybe I can give you a little help to make it a success. Good luck, Godspeed, and thank you for your attention.